Hello and welcome to the CDO Magazine interview series. I'm Anthony Breen and I work on solution management and customer advocacy at AHEAD. And we are partnering with the CDO Magazine, MIT CDO IQ, and the International Society of Chief Data Officers in a series of interviews. Today, I have the pleasure of talking with Anusha Dandapani, the Chief Data Officer at the United Nations International Computing Center. Anusha, it's just a great pleasure to speak with you, and I'm excited to do this interview.
Likewise, it's a pleasure is also mine. Thank you, Anthony. My name is Anusha Dandapani. I'm the Chief Data and the Analytics Services Officer at United Nations International Computing Center.
Awesome. Well, Anusha, we're thrilled to have you, and let's just jump in. So, obviously the United Nations, it's a global entity, right? There's a lot that goes on with the United Nations. So as the United Nations is developing their vision and their goals for 2021, obviously coming off of an unparalleled year of 2020, how has data played a role into setting that vision?
The UN vision, as expressed by our Secretary General Antonio Guterres, is that data comprises and reveals the whole UN ecosystem. He has also proposed a strategy on new technologies as well as data strategy that is going to not just help us but also guide us towards our 2030 UN goals. See, this data strategy was designed with a correlation-based and like an overarching approach to help everyone within the UN family to deliver more value from data in a responsible manner. And on also recognizing that the better data use is not just integral, but it is also the future, because our journey begins with a vision for becoming more of a data-driven organization. See, because our vision is set, in pursuit of our data vision, our focus is based on the 7 outcomes that has been shared with us. Number 1 is for us to make data to help serve us better, being the strong core pillar in our decision-making process and also to drive our thought leadership. And number 2 is to focus on a greater data accessibility. Thereby, we are not just giving access, we are sharing internally and externally the data that we have access to. The third specific principle that's described to us is improved governance and collaboration for impact and the integrity. And number 4 is data protection and privacy. It is one of the key and the core pillars for us with regards to respect for human rights. And number 5 is greater efficiency in programs. We want to leverage data to drive better efficiency across all the programs that led by United Nations. And improved transparency, and last but not least is to make sure that we are providing as UNICC, which is United Nations International Computing Center, data-driven services for our clients and our stakeholders. See, it is of utmost importance for us to focus on unlocking the full data potential, for us not also to make better decisions and also to stronger support our people and the planet. But in this moment, that matters the most, such as this, where like we are now on a year into a decade of action to deliver all the 17 sustainable development goals by 2030. But and with COVID-19 still ravaging the planet, there is more to do.
No question. And I think that, you probably would agree that there's more access to data now than there were a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, right? It's with how fast data is accelerating, right? How do you ensure that data is quality data, right? And ensuring that that's quality data, how does that change the operational structure, right? How does the access to data completely change how you decide to operate at the UN?
That's a very interesting and also one of the biggest challenges that we face. See, addressing these challenges for the people and the planet actually goes beyond the capabilities of our organizations, right? Like, some of the data quality challenges that we face are, like, for example, we at UNICC spend significant time and effort in processing our UN system-wide data for aggregation purposes. And also, what we see work very well has been that by providing smarter tools to support data quality and then also governance, we help our users not just to standardize, cleanse, and enrich this data, but also facilitate their use. So there is a need we see for integrated, comprehensive, and high-quality data at all levels across many UN agencies and the funds and the programs that we help support. But access to data with greater accuracy, transparency, and also accountability is the key for us to improve. And getting to a stage where our capabilities are truly transformative will not happen overnight. Our roadmap is long term, yeah, and we will engage with everyone and everywhere. So data quality is a key aspect that we do face as a challenge at the UN.